You're probably in the market for a gaming PC, and you probably haven't got a massive budget. You probably only got around $400 or $500, probably at most around $700. But you're not sure whether to get a 16GB kit or an 8GB kit because, well, you're probably thinking it's not that much of a difference. But trust me, it probably is a big difference. So in today's video, we're going to just see the difference between 8GB of RAM and 16GB of RAM. To be honest, the differences aren't that big. With that said, let's move on to the video. I've got 16GB of RAM, and obviously we're going to do a test between 8GB and 16GB. So, first step is to just, remove the RAM. And it's pretty simple to do that. I don't need a screwdriver at the moment. But RAM is something that's quite important for a PC, because without it, you can't actually, work with the PC. You need RAM to actually have a working PC. Let's put this glass away somewhere. Okay, so now we're going to just remove the RAM. Let me unclip it. And this is one of the 8GB modules. So right now in the PC there is only 8GB of RAM. This is my other 8GB stick. Let's just put this aside quickly. Now, yeah, we only have 8GB of RAM here now, which is cool. But not cool because I've just took away half my RAM. Yeah, let's put the glass panel back on. Let's put this back on. Oh, if you are going to be building your own PC, make sure you are a little bit careful on what you're doing, because the last thing you want is to drop this glass panel and break it. So yeah, just be careful when you're building a PC for the first time, because the last thing you want is to drop the glass or damage a component. So before building a PC, maybe watch another YouTuber build one. I recommend watching a Linus Tech Tips video about making a gaming PC. He has quite a few videos actually. So if you want to build your first PC, I'd recommend watching his tutorials because they'll definitely help you. So yeah. Okay, so we're all ready to go. All you need to do now is just turn on the wall power because I turned it off before. Switch on power supply, and then turn on the PC. That's nice. We're going to basically just run a few benchmarks. We're not going to do Firmark or Cinebench because, that has nothing to do with the RAM, really. So in games like Warzone 2, we average around 48 FPS, GTA 5 we average around 54, in CSGO we average around 194. For the life of me, I couldn't actually get The Sims 4 to work. I tried everything. I tried the EA app thing, I tried Steam. I couldn't actually get The Sims 4 to run, unfortunately. So yeah, unfortunately we couldn't get an answer for that. In Muck we got around 142 FPS, and to be honest I think 8GB for lightweight games is quite good. For more heavyweight games it's a little bit more not very good, I suppose. But when we switch to 16GB we average around 97 FPS in Warzone, we average around 72 FPS in GTA 5, we average around 278 FPS in CSGO, and this time I actually got The Sims 4 to work with 16GB of RAM. We averaged around 186 FPS. And in Muck we averaged around 165 FPS. So in games like GTA 5 and Muck, it's not a massive increase, but we get extra frames, so that's nice. So as you can tell, the performance has definitely improved with 16GB of RAM. Obviously 8GB isn't terrible, but for more demanding applications such as maybe editing software, maybe web browsing, it might be a little bit of an issue. But if you want to get 8GB of RAM, you can, but just letting you know, in the future, obviously games going to be a lot more demanding, so if I were you, I'd just save up a little bit more and get maybe more RAM. I wouldn't just buy 8GB and then just decide to get upgrade later on. 16GB is definitely something you should get instead of 8GB. I mean, 8GB, as you can tell from the video and stuff, and all the benchmarks, it isn't terrible, but it's not exactly amazing. So remember, if you are doing anything that, like video editing or web browsing or any type of demanding task is going to be not unbearable, but it's not going to be very fun. So before buying a system, make sure you really know what you're getting and what you're doing. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you're interested in watching any of my other videos, they're over here. And if you want to subscribe, you can just go down below, click the, I think now white subscribe button, because it's not red anymore, it's white. After you click the subscribe button, click the bell icon so you don't miss any of the uploads I make. I'm Tom from Tech, and I'll see you tomorrow.